Septic tanks have become the big issue in Jefferson County, Indiana after the March 2nd tornadoes. For one woman who lost her son and her parents, this issue is keeping her from rebuilding. WHAS11's Chelsea Rabideau has that story from Chelsea, Indiana.
Amanda Jackson's 4-year-old son and grandparents were killed in the March 2nd tornado. But as she and her mother try to rebuild, they're running into more hurdles than help from the Jefferson County, Indiana Health Department.
Every day you get up and you're just terrified because they make you run here, they make you run there. No one can give you answers on anything, and you just keep right on going.
Residents say Health Department Administrator Ralph Armand is purposefully making it difficult for people to get permits for their septic tanks to begin rebuilding. A public meeting with the Health Board aimed to fix the problem.
And it's sad. It's sad that we're here. And I'm very sorry for your loss. We don't want to add to your burden. We want to help you.
But residents say the only thing that will help is getting rid of Ralph Armand. Mr. Armand wasn't available to speak after the meeting, but he did say during the meeting that the state has approved his method of handling septic permits, installations, and inspections. This is a very complex issue, and it all boils down to residents believing that Mr. Armand is making it extremely difficult for them to rebuild houses and keep businesses open. Tonight, we talked to one man who runs the Chelsea General Store in Chelsea, Indiana, and he says he's having to shut his doors. We'll have his story coming up. For now, reporting live from Chelsea, Indiana, Chelsea Rabideau, WHAS11 News.
Well, the owner of the Chelsea General Store in Jefferson County, Indiana, says he'll have to close his doors because of a dispute with the Health Department over the septic system. WHAS11's Chelsea Rabideau reports that he is not alone.
I don't run a store like any other store, okay? I know almost everybody that comes in my store. I know where they live. I know their names. I know when they have grandchildren. I know when they get promotions. I know when they go for job interviews. I know when they get married. I've been to a lot of weddings. You know, they've included me in their family, and they're my family.
This weekend, Tony Williams has to say goodbye to his family and his store. After 5 years, he's closing the doors on the Chelsea General Store.
When you're around people like that as much as I am, and different families and things, it makes you want to be a part of them. And then when financially you can't keep open, it makes you feel like you failed.
In part, the economy pulled the store under, but Williams says the Jefferson County, Indiana Health Department didn't help. He says Administrator Ralph Armand forced him to spend thousands of dollars to get his septic tank pumped every month instead of letting him get it fixed for free.
And the simplest way to express, we got a head of our health department is costing our county thousands and thousands of dollars. He's costing us a huge amount of money and loss of revenue because of the steps you have to go through to build a house. They make it harder for you to put a house in than what it has to be.
And dozens of residents agree. They packed the health department for a heated meeting with Armand and the board.
Oh, do you have more than you can count on one hand?
You know, everybody hates to go there to apply for anything because of the runaround they get.
Now, this is a very complex issue, but it's been going on for decades. These residents have been dealing with it for a very long time, and they're ready to find a solution. This has been brought to the forefront in part by tornado victims who are having trouble getting permits to rebuild their homes. Tomorrow morning, residents and business owners will take their issues to the commissioners' meeting at 9 a.m. Reporting live in Chelsea, Indiana, Chelsea Rabideau, WHAS11 News.